As we arrived on scene, Highway 80 has been blocked off by state troopers. As you can see behind me, the train is still on fire. They are continuously bringing in more tankers of water to put out the flames. At this time, we don't know what they're holding or what caused that fire. A Yuma High School student was shot and injured while riding in a car. We're just receiving reports that Yuma County Sheriff's Office found the body of a man in this area on Thursday morning. Renee, Alex, I'm out here at the AM/PM on 16th Street, and the question of the day is, who wants to be a billionaire? Where NextGen is hosting a mixer for their young local professionals so that they can hear from local leaders. And tonight they're going to hear from Congressman Paul Gosar. YPD assisted Phoenix police on a case out of their jurisdiction earlier today. 2 men are on the run from Phoenix police. People were just driving along the Arizona freeways when all of a sudden their lives were put in jeopardy. DPS officials are calling these incidents acts of domestic terrorism. Yuma Police Department served a search warrant to the teen suspected of causing the criminal damage, and he admitted it. We'll be out here for the next couple of hours. Stay tuned for the evening edition. Deputies received the call at around 11 Thursday morning of a body in a canal. After finding the body, they found evidence suggesting there was foul play involved. The Force Awakens is the first of a brand new trilogy of films, and it includes original cast members like Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill. They need 350,000 more signatures in order to force a recall election. One of the vets I spoke to said the VA healthcare system is hurting not only in Yuma, but nationwide, and he doesn't feel like enough is being done. A jailbreak has sparked a manhunt near Los Angeles for 3 male inmates accused of violent crimes. And so far, no word on a motive behind the shooting. Cowart says repairs to the Planned Parenthood building have begun, but the site will not reopen for a while. Officials say some states that have made improvements typically focus on identifying why a certain race is overrepresented, such as lack of access to child care or unemployment. A handcuffed woman managed to steal the police SUV she was being held in and took it for a joyride.
Like I said, when you join the service, they tell you they're going to give you this, they're going to give you that. And then it's a job to get the help.
Veterans Health Administration is America's largest integrated healthcare system with over 1,700 sites of care serving 8.7 million veterans each year. But have you ever asked a veteran how they feel about the care they receive? News 11 talked to 2 Yuma veterans to hear about their experiences with veterans health care.
I've been happy, but I don't have to go to the VA for everything, like, somebody with a service-connected disability or somebody that's really sick.
With limited services offered in Yuma, local veterans travel to Tucson for certain types of medical care.
The system's worked for me, but all I hear is other horror stories.
There is only one VA clinic in the Yuma area, and most of the time vets are sent out of town to get proper care.
I mean, you can go to YRMC, you break your leg or something, but you better make sure the VA's called that day if it's not, a weekday. Why can't they go to the clinic here and say, I need this, can you call Tucson? That should happen.
One veteran says the VA becomes more of an inconvenience than an asset for veterans.
I have to travel almost every time I need to see a doctor.
If you have a service disability, they will pay you to drive to Tucson.
I don't see why I should have to move. This is a military town, but why we can't have the doctors and the things that we need, I think is ridiculous.
Carrie says if you have emergency needs on the weekend, you can't go to the local VA because it's closed.
You got to call Tucson.
And the vets get stuck with the bill. Carrie says some of the World War II and Vietnam vets are so elderly they can't do it alone.
It should be easier for especially older veterans. We have a gentleman here that gets his pain medication. So every month we have to help him call because he don't understand what he's doing.
The local chapter's assistance is the only way some people get the care they need.
First of all, they're a lot older. A lot of them can't even, they're not even mobile. They're either in wheelchairs or they have walkers or canes. So it's hard for them to get around, let alone go all the way up to Tucson to go see a doctor.
Both vets believe the VA isn't doing enough for the country's veteran population.
What are these World War II veterans supposed to do? And these Korean veterans are all in their 70s getting to be, it's hard for these people to do that. And if it wasn't for like the VFW, the Legion, the AMVETS, where they can come in here and get people to help them do that, the VA don't care.
The question remains, what is being done to serve those who have served our country? It took Cods 20 years to get his medical benefits.
So I didn't even know I could apply for medical benefits when I got out in 1998. Otherwise, I would have been having medical benefits ever since.
Cods was told by the VA that his records are sealed.
That's why the VA really needs to step things up.
Local veterans wonder what changes still need to be made before it's too late.
I guess there was a veteran that was from this American Legion post that actually committed suicide because he could not get the care that he needed.
Codd says this issue plagues the VA healthcare system nationwide, and many search for answers.
Besides changing directors, which they've already done, I think they need to listen to us more. Listen to what we need, listen to what is going on with us, because it's almost like they don't really care. As long as they think we're being seen and being dealt with, then it's all right with them, and that's not the way it needs to be.
Scary moments for drivers on Interstate 8 as several of them called 911 to report a train on fire Wednesday. As we arrived on scene, Highway 80 has been blocked off by state troopers. As you can see behind me, the train is still on fire. They are continuously bringing in more tankers of water to put out the flames. At this time, we don't know what they're holding or what caused that fire. Emergency crews were able to stop the train and began soaking one of its cargo units carrying 8 Ford pickups. We spoke to TACNA fire officials on how they stopped the fire from spreading.
We automatically dispatched for mutual aid with Welton Fire Department and started putting foam on it right away, set the ladder truck up, start trying to knock the fire down.
What they're doing now that the flame is out is uncoupling the train, which is separating the train from the damaged auto rack forward.
The fire caused 8 other trains to be delayed for a total of 3 hours.
We cut a hole in the side of the train, which you can see, to make entry. We extinguished the rest of the cars on the bottom. Found it to be unsafe, unstable to be inside, so now we've switched to defensive mode and we're just soaking it down with foam now.
Union Pacific investigators are still looking into the cause of the fire.
As soon as we get the hot spots extinguished, then we'll do our investigation and then we'll turn the train back over to the railroad.
Molly Lang, News 11.